How's it going, YouTube? Today we're back with a brand new video. Today's video we're going to do some rendering outside. You're just going to see here there's this old plinth. We're going to strip it off and redo it because there was lots of it boast. So I just wanted to bring a few things up here right at the very start of the video. So I have affiliate links for all the tools that I use that's in the description. If you click on them and you buy a tool, or even if you just go on to buy something else, you know, a random thing, I'll get a commission from it. And it's probably a good way to support the channel without actually, you know, having to spend money that you weren't going to spend anyway. And then the other thing was that we've set up a Patreon. There's a few different tiers. With the first tier is going to be a shout out on the video. The second tier is going to be Q&A and a couple of shout outs, and then the last one, the third tier, is going to be an exclusive Patreon only video. So yeah, if you want to support, feel free to go ahead and do so. Obviously you don't have to, just watching the videos enough, but for those who want to support me, the options there. So let's get back into this video then. As you can see, we have completely stripped this off, and now we're using our brush to paint on. This is an SBR cement and sand slurry. You've seen me do this before. It's something I do actually quite often when I've only one day to sort of do a job. So we'll paint this on, and what happens, it actually dries pretty quick. Within probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's dry enough to render over. So you can see here, I've also, there's paper tape along the brick. The last little plinth that I'd done, I think the video was called How to Render a Plinth, something similar to this video. But I actually had somebody in the comments had suggested using this paper tape just to stop you getting render on the brick. The way I used to do it would be just render, cut the top, the little bevel in the top so the water runs off. And then what I would have done was let it completely set and come back a couple of days later with a wire brush and a little bit of brick acid and just clean any sort of overspill onto the bricks off. But as I say, someone in the comments suggested this, so I tried it this time, and it worked out really well. I don't actually have to go back to this job. So as you can probably hear in my voice, I'm not feeling the best. I've been sick the last few days, and sort of the video's going up. Basically, as I'm recording this, the video's going to be up within probably an hour. It's 9 o'clock on Sunday night, so this one's late, but the video for Wednesday should be out as normal. I think it's going to be probably a product review video, and then I have a ceiling for next Sunday. So here you can see what I've done is I've done my first coat. I've came across, and now I'm going to come back and I'm just going to start adding on and building it out so that it's straight. You'll see I'll use the setup material as a straight edge. And what I'm trying to do here is just trying to get it uniform from top to bottom. Once I think it is relatively uniform, then you'll see I'll come in with a longer straight edge, and I'll make sure it's straight. You see here we have a bit of a problem with the corner. You'll see here in a few minutes the corner here at the door actually falls off, but we'll get it in on the end. the reason that I wanted to do sort of the support the Amazon affiliates, and the Patreon, is because I want to actually get some new equipment for videoing, basically. I think I'm going to go ahead doing the POV and then the live, and I'm going to need to get maybe a GoPro or something. And at the minute I don't have, you know, whatever they cost, £500-600 to drop on a camera. So I'm hoping maybe I could get some support off you guys, in turn making the videos better quality and different kinds of videos. The Patreon, there's going to be an extra video for the third tier, but that's not the way it's going to be forever. We're going to change it up, and we're going to add a lot more benefits. I'm just not 100% sure how it works, so you know, I just want to see how it goes first, and then we can start to add more things. I don't really feel comfortable, directly asking for money, although that's what Patreon is. But I thought if at least give you something for the money that you give, then it would maybe be a worthwhile trade. The content on the main channel or on the TikTok isn't going to change. It's going to be the same. But there will be extra videos and stuff put in. So what you can see me doing, I'm going to try to square up this corner. It's already fell out once, and it's sort of cracked, but we'll fix it here on the next go round. So we're just going to rub the face of the plinth, and we're going to make sure that it's nice and flat and straight. And then at the end, we're just going to come across, and we're going to cut out our it's like a slant, sort of like slightly up the way, that just throws the water off the plinth. The mix here was 3-1, nice and strong, and there is some lime in this mix, just to help it breathe. Again, this is an older style property. I don't think it is solid brick, but they're pretty old. Like I say, they're probably just after the war, maybe. But just to be sure, we've put some lime in to help the walls breathe. The damp course is actually underneath the tape, so all this really does, this plinth is just a lot of waterproof around it, and it's just to stop the rain from soaking the wall underneath the damp course. That's basically all it's really for. So we're just nice and careful, rubbing across and making sure that it's nice and flat and straight. And then after we rub it up, we'll come along and we'll tidy the bottom off, scrape all the excess plaster. It was a bit awkward filming this, because as you can see, I'm actually out on the street, and there's like two busy schools here within, sort of maybe 14-15 metres or so either side. There was two schools, a primary school and a secondary school. So yeah, that's the reason why the angle's so low, because I obviously didn't want to get any of the kids or anything on the video. So but then I also didn't want to not get a video from this job, because I thought it would be pretty interesting. The render videos seem to get a pretty big viewership. You can see here now that I've took a little bit of the tape off. You can see the damp course there on the brick. It was the old style damp course, which they basically drilled the brick and then jacked under high pressure the brick with damp course. So we're just going to peel the tape off the whole way across, and the way that we're actually going to get this nice and straight is we're going to follow the mortar joint underneath the brick that the damp course is on. You can't really see it, but there's a paint line from the old plinth that was painted white, so there was just a little touch of paint. So we just actually used that because that's a nice straight line from the old plinth, and we used that line to just cut the top off and make a nice chamfer. As you can see, there's a lot of walkers stuff all coming past there. Now the camera angle's a little bit higher, but yeah, this was a quick enough job. I think I was home for around 1 this day. And it's enjoyable. I like doing these sort of smaller sand and cement jobs. I wouldn't really do too much big sand and cement, just because I'm on my own and it's not really that much fun, but I do like doing this smaller stuff. I have a pretty big ceiling coming up too soon. It's a old Victorian property. It's an old lath and plaster ceiling, and we're going to have to set up a scaffold. So it's I think it's one of the movable scaffolds the guy's got. So it should be good fun watching that one. We'll take the old lath and plaster down and redo it. So I'll have a few videos of that. But yeah, I don't want to push it too much, but I just want to mention again that obviously if you want to support me, if you go into the link or into the description, the links for all the tools that I use are there. If you want to pick up something that you see me using, the link's more likely there for it. If you don't want to buy a tool, if you're not, a plaster or whatever, just go on ahead and search for what you want to buy. If you're like looking for, I don't know, soap or something, if you go and buy that, I still get a percentage because it's an affiliate link thing through Amazon. And then obviously again with a Patreon, if you want to support me, you can do it there. It's yeah, so basically that's it. Go and have a look at the social media. I have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, obviously YouTube. I have everything there. Yeah, and basically that's it. We're just going to give this a sponge, and that's us all done. Again, I appreciate everybody that watches. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video, guys.